mattress frame and bed. Today was, ironically, it was a dryer and a stove. Both things that the county would have took for free because they're metal, they're recyclable. So why they were dumped in the city, I don't quite know, but I want to make sure council was aware of that. Of course, we got ordinances and stuff to prevent this, if we can catch them. But unfortunately, at this location, there was no cameras, nothing that really can pinpoint us in a direction to go. However, I seen a post that was posted on the city, not the city's Facebook page, but some people are trying to narrow it down. So this is just an interesting FYI for you. So
A quick pause.
Yes.
What I heard about that. What's interesting about it is that the dump occurred at C Street and Cedar. It's a strange location for someone outside of town to come in and drop off a couple of pieces of appliance.
I completely agree with you. Yes.
Vivian?
No, because it's happened right behind my house more than once now, where people just come and drop stuff.
Really?
And I live on Cedar between B and C in the alley. And I saw somebody come through in the middle of the night, but I thought it was just somebody stopping at the Airbnb behind me. But they dropped stuff.
The general insanity of humanity never ceases to amaze me.
It's very fascinating, is it not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Could it be possible for maybe on the city Facebook page for us to make a note that those types of materials are allowed to be dumped at the transfer station for free? Because maybe these folks, they think that every time they go out there that they're going to be charged, they think that they can just dump them within the city limits.
And there are some people who believe that.
I know, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that believe that.
Yeah.
That every time they go out there, they're going to be charged, whether it be at the Cedar Street dump site or if they could take it to the transfer station.
What might be kind of interesting to piggyback off that idea is I actually talked to the county to make sure I had my facts right today, and to maybe piggyback a little bit with them to make sure that we had those facts right. And like you said, maybe put them on our city page and on our Facebook page,
Yeah.
so that people knew that you can get rid of those for free.
Because I do know I've seen Birdie had a bicycle dumped too, and hers.
Like everyone else kind of over here.
Thank you. There's some speculation that maybe with the transfer station being closed yesterday might have contributed to that.
Good point.
Continue, Eric.
My last item for us tonight is there is a group that's interested in updating essentially the bathrooms at McCarthy Park. They're wanting to essentially pick up kind of where the tennis court people have finished. They want to insulate the bathrooms potentially and make it more of a place that can be turned on earlier in the spring. They asked that I kind of show them the building tomorrow around 8 a.m. I apologize, Mayor. They let me know later this afternoon. So I want to at least show them the structure, but I made it very clear that before they do anything, they got to come before council and get your guys' blessing with that. So, yes. So, unless you guys would rather me not entertain it at all. So,
We've already received requests that the group wants to attend next council meeting and make their request.
okay.
Correct, Karen? Okay.
I have that on the agenda.
Okay. Okay, Carrie, it's your turn.
The only thing I have to say is I'm working on the final auditor's requests for the audit, so we should be seeing an audit coming through hopefully shortly after that.
The issuance deadline for the audit, this audit is March 31st. We're moving along. Okay, so with respect to Eric's report on the anticipated increase in water pressures, I, along with my co-creator, Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, have drafted a press release, and on the other side is something that could be put on social media. If you would like to take a look at this, offer input, that would be great. I also would run this by Chris Hayes, RPA, as we'll have all of the good brains involved here. So there is that.
Question on that.
Yes.
On the side that says that for immediate release, I've never heard this term, water hammer. What is that?
It's a thing.
What?
It's a thing.
Yeah, I know, but like, what specifically is it?
Water
I've never-
A simple explanation, water in pipes, especially rigid pipes,
Okay.
can set up a standing oscillation.
Wow.
And the pipes will literally hammer.
Wow.
It can burst pipes.
Okay,
I sell products that are anti-hammer products that are designed with springs to dampen and remove such hammering, but very few people actually have them installed.
interesting. Yeah, never heard about that. Okay.
Okay, I'm in receipt of an email from Al Christopherson that basically is talking about moving the Trails Committee from their planning process into their doing process. It's essentially an invitation to participate. I will forward that to council. With respect to the North Cherry condominium development, that process, the developer did a survey and found that with the trailer park that is on 5th and Walnut there, 2 trailers are a little bit into the city's right of way. One of them by a foot and the other one by 2 feet. The one that is in the city's right of way by 1 foot has been that way for over 50 years, and the people who lived in it 50 years ago are still living in it. The other trailer, while it is a new trailer, it was put in the same footprint as the predecessor trailer, 2 feet into the right of way. The people who own that trailer have been there for about 8 years. The developer raised some concern. I reached out to Ed, and he has drafted an encroachment agreement, the terms of which are, they've been shared with the property owner, the trailer's owners, and the developer, and not all people have responded yet. In a nutshell, what it says is, as long as those people live in those trailers, they can stay where they are. But if any element of that changes, all bets are off. You need to move the structures. I'm not sure it's still there. There was a storage shed that was 4 feet into the right of way, and the agreement says that's got to be moved. That's way too over the line. Anyway, it's in the process. The developer is a significant Bobcat fan, so I suspect the last few weeks he's been busy being in Bozeman and Nashville. So, but that's in the works. I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. Tomorrow afternoon, there is a Broadwater Community Department of Military Affairs Wildfire Table Topics session at the fire station. It's from 1 to 4. And there's another opportunity on Thursday from 1 to 4 at the Helena Aviation Readiness Center to attend a table topics. And let's see, with respect to the fire hall and the fire department, you talked about needing another address for your 501c3 application. I reached out to county planner because I think there was a comment about, can we do an apartment or a unit or something like that, but what we can do is establish, so the fire hall is at 130 South Cedar. Thanks. What street am I on? I'm sorry. We could also designate a 128. What I haven't done though is check with the post office to see if that would create mail delivery issues. But that is a way to get that done. So I will continue pursuing that. This Friday at 1 p.m., I'm going to watch or participate in the demo from the company Revise that does websites. Revise has done the county's website too. I watch that. If anyone wants to join me, that's great. 1 o'clock here. And
What day was that again?
Friday,
Friday at
Yeah.
1?
yes, City Hall closes at 1, so I said that seems like a great time to have a demo online. You know. And the last item I wanted to make council aware of is we have an ongoing compliance issue related to old cars and car parts piling up on a property on the south side of town. There, John has been working with the property owner and renter for several months. It improved for a while, and then a lot of things came back. And so the car parts that are just on the ground, not sure what kinds of fluids they might have in them, transmissions, motors, that kind of thing. So what I asked John to do was compile a packet of information that summarizes the contacts he's had and you know, the progress and the regress, and would like Ed to take a look at that, because although our ordinances say we can just go in and move stuff, it seems a little risky to just do that at this point. So would like.
So what I would just add to that, that I believe that part of our city ordinance is modeled after state law. I know there is a junk vehicles statute.
Yes, there is a company, and I don't remember which one it is, willing to come take vehicles, but they want to make sure that the owners have been notified and not all of these have that.
Yeah.
So they're, and understandably, they don't want to put themselves in a position where they might be in some legal hot water. So anyway, that's where we are with that. We'll also let you know that right now, John Stenzel's father is in the hospital. I'm not sure what the status is. So he's kind of back and forth, and he and his siblings are having to make a decision. So, anyway, that's all I have for tonight. Fire department, have anything for us?
I paused on the 5013C because I'm going through a nightmare with our ESO program. It's a national database change. They're going from one reporting system to another. So I've been watching a lot of tutorial videos and whatnot on how to use this new program and get ID numbers and whatnot. So still working on the 5013C, but
Yes.
Is this the same program where you're having administrative access problems?
And we still need to get that straightened
yeah,
out?
I